Hello everyone, welcome to our podcast, the place where we discuss the hottest topics surrounding our digital life and how they impact our day to day. I'm Andre.
And I'm Raisa. It's great to be back hanging out with you all. For today's special episodes, we are tackling a high crucial topic which is descripting the feeds, cultivating digital resilience in secondary educations. Basically, we'll be break down the secrets behind our social media feeds and figuring out how to build digital resilience for secondary school students.
So, exactly, this topic is super important because sometimes we don't even realize that we're being played by the apps we use every day. And to unpack all of this is not just the two of us today, Raisa.
Yet, we have two special guests in here. They will share their own opinion about these topics. Here's Nandre. Here's
Rian
Rian.
and Bismar.
Hi, Raisa, Andre, and also hello to all our listeners tuning in. It's awesome to be here for our podcast today.
Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for having us here. Today's topic is definitely something we all need to talk about right now.
So let's jump right into the discussion. Rian, lately we've been hearing this term a lot, like the architecture of the attention economy. Honestly, it sounds a bit heavy, right? Could you break it down into the simpler terms, or what does it actually mean?
No, okay, sure, Andre. So basically, we all using social media, right? So the digital platform that we use every single day have essentially transformed our user engagement, like our clicks, our views, our shares, into a form of unpaid labor. And this unpaid labor is what actually fuels their business models.
Wait. What do you mean about unpaid labor, Yan? Are you saying that we've been working for free for them all this time?
Yeah, you could say exactly like that. Because every single interaction we make on those platforms, no matter how small, is tracked as a data point solely for their profit. So we scroll, we like, we watch, we share a video to end. That's all incredibly valuable data for them.
Whoa, so we think we're just getting free entertainment, but we are actually the product. So, Bismar, if this platform separately need our interaction, how do they make sure we stay glued to our screens for hours or to end it?
Well, in my opinion, that's where they deploy highly sophisticated psychological technique to capture and retain our attention. And yeah, have you guys ever seen or played slot machine at casino? Well, the recommendation engines on our social media use the exact same psychological mechanism as some kind of slot machines.
Oh, really? They are slot machines? How does that work? Can you share a little bit more?
Well, in psychology, it's called variable reinforcement schedules, where their goal is singular to sustain behavioral addiction and maximize the time we spend on their site or app. So, of course, this system are engineered intentionally to be absolutely
That's
irresistible.
right, Bismarck Shauki Widodo. And the scariest part is this mechanism operate completely beneath our conscious awareness. They actively exploit our cognitive vulnerabilities, just maximize their engagement metrics. So if we break it down, there are four key mechanisms at play here. Algorithm curation, dopamine feedback loops, social validation metrics like our, how do I say, followers counts or following counts, and finally, infinite scroll patterns.
Oh, no wonder, right? I constantly open an app, meaning up to just check it for 5 minutes or around it, and suddenly an hour he has passed because of that infinite scroll. So with these hidden dangers, who is actually the most vulnerable to these tactics?
Yeah, based on our focus or analysis, secondary school students or maybe teenagers like us represent particularly vulnerable targets.
Why high schoolers are Assyrians? Is it just because they or us use gadgets the most?
No, no, not just because of that, Raisa. The primary biological reason is that their prefrontal cortices, the part of the brain responsible for decision making, impulse control, are still developing. So this makes them far more susceptible to these manipulation techniques compared to us adults. Adults.
Oh, that's really concerning, right? It's like they're being attacked with advanced psychology weapons while their brains still aren't even fully formed yet. So, Bismarck, what's the solution, or how do we build that self? How do we cultivate this digital resilience?
In my opinion, building digital resilience isn't kind of like a quick fix. It requires a multifaceted approach where that actively empowers students to critically navigate this attention economy. There are four interconnected strategies here. The first one is critical media literacy. The second one is attention management. The third one is a platform is regarding platform design awareness. And the last one is we have to establish healthy digital boundaries. So meaning understanding the system behind these platforms is truly essential for developing effective digital resilience strategies, especially in secondary education contexts.
So this really falls into the education system as well. How do we practically integrate this into the daily lives of the secondary school students?
We need a multi-pronged approach to embed digital resilience directly into secondary curriculum. Schools don't necessarily have to invent the entirely new subject. They can also integrate media literacy modules into existing subjects like civics, language arts, and computer science.
Yeah, and also to add some from Bismarck Shalki Widodo, aside from the teachers, we also need student-led digital wellness initiative. So this empower a learner to become educators and advocates for healthy and online habits within their own friend groups.
So, I agree, but sometimes students like listen better when the advice comes from their peers, right? But
Yeah.
the teachers need to be fully equipped too, right?
Yes, absolutely, because the teacher training component is essential for successful implementation, and also the educators need professional development so they can recognize digital addiction patterns, facilitate critical discussion about algorithm bias, and most importantly, model balance technology use right there in the classroom settings.
Wow, this has been an incredibly insightful conversations, right, Nandra?
Yes, yes,
From
right.
algorithms working like a slot machines to the importance of the integrate critical media literacy in schools. Since we're almost out of time, Brian and Bismar, what is the main conclusions you want to leave with our listeners today?
The main conclusion. Maybe the key takeaway is this: we must recognize that the attention economy's exploitative mechanism, from algorithm creation to engagement extraction, directly undermine cognitive development and also their critical thinking capacity.
And to add from Rian, the path forward require us to evolve. Educational frameworks can no longer rely on just giving passive consumption warning, meaning we have to shift toward the active deconstruction of platform mechanics. And of course, this is all to empower students to reclaim agency over their own attention. So bottom line, digital resilience is essential.
Okay, the digital resilience is essential. It is an incredibly powerful closing statement for all of us listening. Let's start being more conscious and critical of what we consume on our screen.
Okay, so we're already discussed many things. So once again, thank you so much, Rian and Bismar, for taking the time to come here and share such a valuable knowledge.
And to all our loyal listeners, thank you for tuning in from start to finish. Set the healthy digital boundaries, and we'll see in our next episode. Thank
Bye,
you.
guys.